Please be seated. Good evening. I'm Joe Villani, proud principal of Bethel Park High School, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you to the 113th Commencement ceremonies, paying tribute to the Bethel Park High School class of 2022. Thank you all for joining us this evening as we celebrate the work and accomplishments of these students from the past 4 years, recognizing that no accomplishment can be achieved without the support of others. I'd like to thank the families of our students with a round of applause for all they have done to assist our students in arriving to this moment. I would also like to extend my gratitude to all those who worked so hard behind the scenes to make today happen. There's a lot here. There's a lot that goes into this. That includes our maintenance, custodian, facilities department, school police and security, counselors, high school secretaries, especially Kathy Janisek and Jenny Katrufis, our band director, Chad Thompson, choral director, Todd Kazawa, our sound team, including Jeff Schilling, Dylan McKenna, Jim Hastings, and Ash Burford, our video team, including Brown Shashusky, and our high school student helpers, our senior class sponsor, Alicia Pasek, high school assistant principals, James Fodzi, Diana Franzik, and Mark Korzinski, our superintendent, James Walsh, our other district administration in attendance, and our school board of directors. I'd also like to thank and recognize our distinguished guests in attendance, including Judge Ron Arnone, State Senator Devlin Robinson, Chief Master Sergeant retired Vic Guerra. I'd also like to thank Mr. Chris Thompson of Campus Life for Thursday evening's baccalaureate service, and all the individuals and more that have contributed to make today such a memorable event. While we're here to celebrate, I'd be lying to tell you that I was not here with a heavy heart. This week and this morning, we had to say goodbye to a very special person in our lives. So before I get started, I just wanted to say a couple of words in regards to our history teacher, Mr. John Gentile. I started off with a message of saying it's very hard to be successful or to accomplish things without the help of others. I think many students here, many faculty, many staff would say that Mr. Gentile was an integral part of them being where they are today. Mr. Gentile was as authentic of a teacher as you can find. You know, these last 4 years, we're going to talk about some of the challenges with COVID, remote learning, and everything else. But if anything this week, it reminds us how fragile life is and how important it is to recognize the people we have in our lives, the relationships, and the things that they teach us. Mr. Gentile saw so much in everybody. I tell people constantly over the last 2 weeks, one of my favorite characteristics of him was he was in the moment with you no matter when or where. No matter if he knew you for a year, he taught you, or he just met you. He was so intrigued and into you, and that's such a rare quality for somebody to really commit themselves to just being in a moment with somebody. And he created those moments daily, and that's why he was so special, and that's why he will be so missed. But remember what Mr. Gentile taught you. Remember the positivity he brought, and if anything, model your lives, model your ambition, and model your integrity after Mr. Gentile. While he is gone, he is not forgotten. He is always with us and will always be with us. At this time, I just ask for a moment of silence in memory of Mr. John Gentile. Thank you. At this time, please stand. Gentlemen, remove your hats. and join in the singing of the national anthem, followed by the Bethel Park alma mater, led by Bethel Park High School Top 21.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of we sing thee praises, everyone, with love and loyalty. From atop the summit's proud, keep a watchful eye. We'll always love thy colors true, our Bethel High.
Thank you, Top 21. Students, please be seated. It's fitting that we are graduating in the year 2022, and in the theme of twos, it ended up this year that we had Co-Salutatorians. They are Keelan Donovan and Jaden Teets. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Co-Salutatorian Keelan Donovan, who will be attending Northeastern University in the fall.
Good evening, class of 2022, and to friends, family, and faculty that have joined us here tonight for this commencement ceremony. We are gathered here tonight to celebrate one of the most monumental moments of transition we'll experience in our lives. In a few short moments, when we walk across this stage to receive our high school diplomas, we will officially enter the fabled real world. But in addition to moving on in life, tonight is also a time to reflect on these past 4 years, to reflect on the highlights and lowlights that we have had here at Bethel Park High School. Now, I'm sure that my journey through high school was different from many of yours, so I'll leave it to you to reminisce on all the memories you have. But one thing I can confidently say is consistent amongst us all is that reflection is oftentimes accompanied with regret. Regret over your performance in a class, something you said, or an event you missed out on. Whatever it may be, regret is always lurking within our lives, waiting to creep in. And the truth is, life is too short to live with the anchoring feeling of regret wrapped around your ankles, pulling you back every time you try to move forth to bigger and better things in life. Unfortunately for us, however, at times it's not as simple as saying, I don't regret that anymore. If it were, life would be too easy, wouldn't it? So the most we're able to do is recognize what happened, learn from it, and avoid making the same mistake in the future. I know this sounds cliche, but it really is that simple. Learn from your prior faults and you will progress. Lastly, before I hand this off to Jaden for more cliche advice on life that we're definitely qualified to be able to give to all of you, I'd like to add some of my own. My final words of wisdom to all of you are to take advantage of every opportunity that comes your way in life, no matter how hard a task it may be. Living in discomfort, in unknown territory, is the most direct path to growth and achieving your dreams. In the words of Kendrick Lamar, be all you can be, true, but the problem is, a dream is only a dream if work don't follow it. So, class of 22, my fellow peers, carpe diem, seize the day, live in the moment without concern over the future, because as we have tragically seen in recent times, the world is truly an unpredictable place, which makes there no time like the present to start working towards those dreams and aspirations I know you all have. But also, don't forget the journey that gets you there. It is within this journey where the true fruits of life lie. Thank you, Bethel Park, and congratulations, class of 2022.
Working with the wind outside graduation. Thank you, Keelan. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our other co-salutatorian, Jaden Teets, who will be attending University of South Florida in the fall.
Writing this speech has been one of the most challenging things to do in my life, only because I finally decided to write the speech on my own instead of simply copying off of Keelan. It was very helpful sitting next to him in every one of my classes. It's a wonder how he ended in a tie. I'm just joking. I didn't copy. Only paraphrased. It is truly an honor having graduated from Bethel Park. I'm actually a third-generation Bethel Park graduate. My father, John Teets, graduated in 1991, and my grandfather, Ronald Teets, graduated in 1960 and was a history teacher here for 36 years. Several of my teachers here even had him when they attended Bethel Park High School as students. I was very close with my grandpa before he passed away, so I'm proud of his legacy here at BP, as I know he is proud of me. High school is full of incredible opportunities. These opportunities often lead to many successes, but also to many failures or shortcomings. Life after high school will be no different. All of us will experience our share of both of these. When we are successful in life, we will celebrate, like when we score well on an exam, land our dream job, or get a promotion. The question is, what type of person will we be when we fail? We are all fearful of failure. Zig Ziglar, an American author, salesman, and motivational speaker, has two meanings for the word fear. Forget everything and run, and face everything and rise. I ask all of you, class of 2022, which definition will apply to you? For the first type of person, failure will be their worst enemy. Too often, fear will paralyze, disabling them from getting up and reaching their goals. Their minds get so caught up in the prospect of failing that they simply settle for something less than what they could be. This massive mental barrier called fear stands before them, keeping them from achieving greatness. For the second type of person, failure is like their best friend. Of course, I'm not talking about you, Keelan. Robert F. Kennedy put it best when he said, "Only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly." For this person, failure is the greatest teacher they will ever have. Thomas Edison understood it. He said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Every single failure we experience is a lesson. The hard part is finding and learning the lesson. This person truly embraces failure and sees it as an opportunity that leads to greater success. Now, don't get me wrong, as one who has failed often, embracing failure is not easy. Failure is filled with discouragement and disappointment, and it can adhere to our character. It can sow seeds of doubt and challenge our confidence. But I would encourage all of you not to dwell on the negative, but to use it as a motivator. Failure is inevitable. At the end of the day, we are all human. The thing that separates the two definitions by Ziglar is simply mindset. Will we rise or will we run? The first type will quit, while the second type will embrace it and move forward. I challenge you, class of 2022, to embrace failures from high school and beyond and learn from them. I challenge you to face everything and rise. Henry Ford, the great entrepreneur, once said, "Whether you think you can or you can't, either way you are right." Be the person that embraces failure. Do not live in fear of making mistakes. Recognize that failures are part of the journey to reaching the highest peak of success. Regardless of your future plans, I assure you, if you embrace failure, you will be successful in every aspect of your life. For now, though, let's celebrate our success. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Thank you, Jaden. I have a few words I wanted to share with this year's class. It's been an honor to serve as your principal during what has been an extraordinary journey. Senior students, I commend you for the ability to navigate through difficult challenges, find opportunity in the face of adversity, and most of all, forge ahead and make a lasting impact during your time here at Bethel Park High School. Let me extend my sincere gratitude and appreciation to all of you. Through the challenges of the past few years, you have made the most of the circumstances and created many positive memories. For this and so much more, I will never forget you. You embody what it is to be a student at Bethel Park, and my hope is that those who follow after you will aspire to be as great as this senior year's class. This graduating class holds a special place in my heart. This is the first class that I've been with for all 4 years as a principal. I'm excited to see this group go forth onto their next step and to make a difference in the world. When you reflect on your time and memories at Bethel Park, I hope it's positive. While it's easy to dwell on things such as COVID, remote learning, or other obstacles, I hope you focus more on all that you accomplished. A first-class education that has hopefully given you the necessary tools to be successful in life. Remember the programs, activities, and sports that shaped your character and helped you grow into the young adults you are now. More than anything, I hope you remember and treasure the relationships you formed. For in the end, those relationships and experiences are the biggest takeaway of high school. While celebrating all that you have done, never forget those who were there by your side and helped you do it. Continue to be there for each other and never forget where you came from. On behalf of the high school administration, faculty, staff, we wish you the best of luck as you graduate and move on into the world. While you may only be classmates for 4 years at Bethel Park High School, you are Blackhawks forever. Congratulations and good luck, class of 2022. At this time, I would like to introduce the Superintendent of Bethel Park School District, Dr. James Walsh.
Thank you, Mr. Villani. Good evening. I extend a warm welcome to all of our Board of School Directors, faculty, administrators, and honored guests, and in particular, the special greetings to the class of 2022. Graduates, I send you my most sincere congratulations on your high school graduation. In the 1 year I have been the superintendent, I've seen some incredible achievements from you. This impressive list includes WPIAL and PIAA playoff runs, a beautiful school musical, impressive award ceremonies, and earning loads of college credits already. It's an extraordinary list and only one of your many years as a Blackhawk. So to all the athletes, scholars, musicians, actors, competitors among the class of 2022, I honor you. I truly marvel at your accomplishments, whether it was on the playing field, the classroom, on stage. You accepted and performed quite well, and most honorably. Win or lose, your competitive spirit and commitment was the key to earning our pride. You have made your mark on Bethel Park, and it will be long remembered. I realize parts of your educational journey have been challenging, but you have navigated every twist and turn to bring you to this night. Whatever academic, physical, or mental challenge we could throw at you, you accepted and conquered. The class of 2022 will be long remembered for your resiliency and grit against forces of adversity. That you'd sit here tonight is definitive proof that there is no elevator to success. We must take the stairs. However difficult your journey was, it is now time to celebrate because you have reached a significant and impressive milestone. Thank you, class of 2022, for your service to the school and community. Your charity, your service have made Bethel Park a little bit better, and we thank you. Please keep that spirit of selfless giving wherever you go. You made a difference for us, and it will for others again and again. Sitting around you this evening are some of your closest and best friends. Friends are gold, always shining through for you and you for them. Together, you and your friends are a powerful force for good. Together you have solved many problems, overcome many obstacles, and made each other feel more powerful. No doubt you had your share of mistakes too, but continue to remind each other mistakes are a fact of life. It's how you respond to them that counts. So, as you travel onward from Bethel Park to other places in this world, be it college or a job or the military, keep that connections to your friends with you. Use that powerful force for good. Together, you can change the world. To the parents, siblings, grandparents in the audience, I congratulate you too, for today marks a huge milestone in your family's efforts to grow responsible, articulate, and productive adults. Thank you for letting Bethel Park School District partner with you on this journey. Graduates, I end by wishing you all the best for the future. Continue to make us proud, and thank you for making your mark in our history.
Thank you, Dr. Walsh. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the class of 2022 Valedictorian Julie Hay, who will be attending Robert Morris University in the fall.
Good evening and congratulations, class of 2022. On behalf of the class of 2022, I would like to thank staff, alumni, friends, and family for helping us to get to where we are today. Your dedication and time has always been appreciated, but now more than ever, I hope you know how much of an impact you have had on us as students. I stand here tonight as this year's valedictorian. Throughout most of high school, most of you probably saw me as a pretty quiet girl, so I'm sure you can interpret what my reaction was when I was told I had to give a speech at graduation. The minute I learned I made it here, my head was filled with questions. I had to figure out what I was going to say. Do I just thank the individuals for helping me get here, talk about the memories I made? Am I going to pass out? Which most of you know is actually probable to happen. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Julie Hay. Throughout most of my time at the Bethel Park High School, I got involved in many clubs, participated on the girls' soccer team, while continuing the goal I set for myself in Mrs. Collins' first grade class. I wanted to get all A's on my report card. I would like to thank teachers like Mrs. Jeffers, Mr. Hare, Dr. Youngs, among many others who made sure I was challenged with this goal. And thank you to people like Brendan, Macy, and Lily for always competing with me. Motivating me to stay on track during our case of senioritis. While I had high goals for myself academically, I will forever be thankful for the endless memories and laughs that will stick with me for the rest of my life. Looking back on it, it is things like Friday night football games, taking a late night sheets run to see the entire school, or climbing a tree in the freezing rain with a broken finger to claim an immunity mask that come to my mind when I think about BPHS. I think both Macy and I can agree that climbing that tree was well worth it for the long-awaited Assassin's victory. I will not lie, there were many days I said to myself, what am I doing? Like when I almost set the school on fire with my sister Lauren attempting to make cotton candy for best buddies. Or waking up early every Tuesday morning to do some jumping jacks for Victoria's SGA meeting energizers. But with each moment, I created memories, and I could not have done it without my friends, family, and each one of you out here tonight by my side. We all have our story, our memories. And now as graduates, we have the chance to keep the good moments close to our hearts and learn from the bad ones. From here, we have the chance to start with a clean slate. Our first year at BPHS, we are the normal freshman years. But as we all know, life can change in an instant, and we are hit year after year with challenges. But as my dad has taught me, life continues to go on, and it is not worth wasting the time we have being upset over every little challenge thrown at you. Things may not have always gone as we planned, but I think you would all agree that this class has been resilient and grown more mentally and physically than anyone ever expected us to. This 4-year journey that we accomplished together has taught us that with perseverance and commitment, anything is possible. Wherever the future takes you, I wish you each the best of luck. Follow your dreams and do what makes you happy. Strive for excellence, and as my mom always says, always treat everyone with kindness. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. Bethel Park has a long and proud tradition of military service. We typically recognize these students with military cords prior to the distribution of diplomas. In addition to the military cords, we have designed an exclusive challenge coin that we will give to all our graduates headed for military service. These two-sided coins, on one side has an American flag with all the seals of the military branches reading, "Congratulations on your commitment to service." On the other side, it says Bethel Park High School with a picture of a Blackhawk and has the following message: "Raised in a nest, grown into a majestic bird, now stand up and be proud and spread your wings. Soar fearlessly through the world, forever a hawk." To acknowledge the commitment to serving our country through the armed service, our very own Bethel Park High School alum, Chief Master Sergeant, retired Victor Guerra, will say a few words and then lead the recognition of our graduates headed for military service.
Thank you, Principal Villani. As Principal Villani stated, I'm Chief Master Sergeant retired Vic Guerra, and I'm a 1974 graduate of this fine institution. Although much has changed since when I was in your shoes, I'm sure that the Blackhawk spirit is still alive and well. A little bit about my military background. I served both active duty Air Force and in the Air National Guard. My military career spanned over 40 years. I started as an aircraft crew chief, which is an aircraft mechanic, and I climbed through the ranks and eventually serving as a State Command Chief Master Sergeant of the Pennsylvania Air National Guard. The military afforded me many educational opportunities over the span of my career. However, there are many more opportunities for young men and women entering military service today than was afforded me when I entered the Air Force. For example, today, Pennsylvania Education Assistant Program pays for 100% tuition for qualified service members who attend select state universities and community colleges throughout Pennsylvania. Now, you just heard Principal Villani describe the Bethel Park High School Military Challenge Coin. To those here who may not know the meaning or history behind the challenge coin, let me provide some background. The military challenge coin is a symbol of commitment and morale, and it represents dedication and service to those in the United States Armed Forces. At the same time, the challenge coin serves as a token of appreciation, special recognition, or thanks. The most commonly held view of how the challenge coins came to be is that the tradition began in the United States Army Air Service, which was a precursor to the current United States Air Force. Air warfare was a new phenomenon during World War I, when the Army created flying squadrons and manned them with volunteer pilots from every walk of life. Most pilots were wealthy Ivy League students who were drawn by the adventure and romance of this new form of warfare. It is said that one Ivy Leaguer, a wealthy lieutenant, ordered small, solid bronze coins struck, which he then presented to other pilots in his squadron to commemorate the service together. This military coin was gold-plated, bore the squadron's insignia, and was quite valuable. One of the pilots in the squadron, who had never owned anything like this coin before, placed it in a leather pouch that he wore around his neck for safekeeping. A short time later, this pilot's aircraft was heavily damaged by ground fire, forcing him to land behind enemy lines, and he was immediately captured by the Germans. The Germans confiscated all of his personal belongings in his pockets, but they didn't catch the leather pouch around his neck. He was held overnight in a small German-held French village near the front. During the night, the town was bombarded by the British, and it created enough confusion that allowed him to escape. The pilot avoided the German patrols by donning civilian attire, though he didn't have any of his identification that had been confiscated, so he had no way to prove his identity. With great difficulty, he sneaked across no man's land, and he made contact with a French patrol. Unfortunately for him, the French had been on the lookout for German saboteurs dressed as civilians. The French mistook the American pilot for the German saboteur and immediately prepared to execute him. Just in time, the pilot remembered his leather pouch containing his military coin and showed the coin to his would-be executioners. His French captors recognized the squadron insignia on the coin and delayed the execution long enough to confirm his identity. Once the pilot safely returned to his squadron, it became a tradition for members to carry their coins with them at all times. To ensure compliance, the pilots would challenge each other to produce the coin. If the pilot who challenged couldn't produce the coin, he was required to buy the challenger a drink. However, if the challenged pilot could produce the coin, then the challenger had to buy the drink. So there you have the meaning and story behind military challenge coin. Now I'd like to introduce to you our 2022 Bethel Park High School graduates who are entering the United States Armed Forces. As these students embark on their military careers, we want to take a moment to recognize their commitment to their country by decorating them with the red, white, and blue military cord, along with presenting them with their first challenge coin. We're going to start off with the Navy. Our first graduate is going on active duty to serve in the Navy. If the graduate would please make your way down to the center of the stage at this time, I will call out your name so we can properly recognize you. No, he's coming. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to Joshua Leibel.
Hey, Josh, right down in front of that table.
Next, we'll move on to those entering the Marine Corps. The next three graduates are all entering into active duty to serve in the Marine Corps. If those graduates would please make your way down to the stage at this time, where I'll call your names and we can properly recognize you. The first graduate is Luke Duda. The next graduate is Jacob Lang. And the final graduate is Michael Harris. Now, we're going to take a group photo, but before we do, I have one final request. Many of you in the audience have been role models for these young people. You've lived your life as examples, and some of you were in uniform and served our country during some time of your life. So if I could ask for everyone who has ever served in any branch of our great armed forces to please stand and be recognized. And thank you all for your service. And thank you to the new entrants of this year's graduating class going forward to serve in our armed forces.
Jim. You guys come right in front of the camera. We'll get a picture right here in front of the podium. Yep. There you go. Perfect right there, guys. Thank you, Chief Master Sergeant Guerra. And now the time we've all been waiting for. There we go. In a few moments, Bethel Park High School faculty members will call students by name to receive their diplomas from members of our school board of directors. At this time, I'd like to introduce our school board of directors, Vice President, Mrs. Kimberly Turner, and ask her to please come forward to the lectern. Mrs. Turner, I present to you the Bethel Park High School class of 2022. They fulfilled their requirements as presented in the policies of the Bethel Park School District and as approved by the Department of Education of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I respectfully request that you approve the presentation of their diplomas and bestow upon them the status of 2022 graduates of Bethel Park School District.
Thank you, Mr. Villani. Now, by the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I accept the class of 2022 and join by the Board of Education hereby confer the diploma satisfying the certification and status of graduates. I present to the Bethel Park community and fellow alums the Bethel Park School District High School Class of 2022. Congratulations.
And now I would ask the faculty to begin with the distribution of diplomas. We ask for and appreciate your respectful demeanor throughout the program and ask that you hold applause in order for the audience to hear all of the names being called. Thank you.
Okay, which side am I on? Right here?
Yep.
We're coming this way?
Hey, Jim, you might want to take off your
Take this, so it's out of your way.
Sure.
With the first two rows, please stand and come forward. You guys are in order. They got your names this time, so you'll be good to go. Yes, you can go down each way to your side, sit down and
Robert Anthony Abraham.
Rebecca Mack.
Sarah Nicole Ackerman.
Angelina Marie Magnotti.
Aiden Alexander Allridge.
Olivia Patrice Magnu.
Gary Lee Alsbach.
Angelina L. Mamon.
Eamon Anderson.
Emily J. Mance.
Catherine Anderson.
Evan McGregor Mannion.
Anastasia Antonucci.
Hunter Scott Marchand.
Raleigh A. Archie.
Lily Catherine Marchand.
Christopher T. Armstrong.
Alexander Markunis.
Ethan Armstrong.
Julia Grace Marshall.
Taylor Nicole Arnone.
Zoe Materkowski.
Swacha Baral.
Macy Joanne Mathias.
Summer Marie Barkley.
Evan Taylor Matthews.
Nico D. Bartello.
Matthew John McCullough.
Kaylin Brookbauer.
Chloe Elizabeth McDaniel.
Abby Baum.
Charles McGuff.
Emma Becker.
Charles, congratulations.
Sean P. McGowan.
Juliana Marie Bell. Haley Morgan Bell.
Thank you. Emma Grace McNally.
With the next two rows, please stand and come forward. Bryson R. Bench.
Emila Medar.
Shane A. Bernesser.
Claudia Alba Manco.
Maxwell Adam Blink.
Devin T. Miller.
Rosemary Botang.
Jenna Caroline Miller.
David Paul Bortz.
Riley Quinn Miller.
Trenton J. Bortz.
Ibrahim A. Malua.
Caitlin Bostaff.
Kylie Cheyenne Moon.
Michael H. Bostaff.
Katie Minch.
Zachary Michael Bradford.
You got your niece?
Julianne Murphy.
Yeah.
Matthew Brace.
Jamerson Roy Myers.
Ryan Brakowski.
Jacob Narr.
Margaret Josephine Bronco.
All right, Jake. You made it.
Joshua Narr.
Robert R. Brooks.
Ryan Nebbiolo.
Lillian Browning.
Congratulations, sir.
Alexis Neely.
Isabel Maya Burke.
Janelle Wynn.
Sean Patrick Burns.
Isaac Norella.
Grant Calhoun.
Connor Edward O'Neill.
Nicholas Patrick Carbone.
Jamie I. Offerman. Sarah Page.
Will the next two rows please stand and come forward?
Janet got him on those too.
Go everywhere, buddy. Still fashionable. That's the key. You'll see.
Parker Paul Cardamone.
Jaden Parsons.
Elijah Sienna Carter.
Hayden Scott Patterson.
Ian Pletcher Cashman.
Mark Pacey.
Anthony J. Saletti.
Owen Todd Peters.
It's perfect. Yes, thank you. Just in time to read.
Vincent K. Clemens.
Morgan Phelps.
Isabella Grace Comfort.
Josh Piccolo.
Nicholas Paul Como.
Isabella Pusateri.
James Bo Leroy Conrad.
Leah Noel Patilla.
Dominic Laurie Cartapassi.
Abby Quickle.
Tyler Connor Cottrill.
Max Radcliffe.
Anna Coonahan.
All right, Max.
Tristan Lee Radcliffe.
Alexandra Cox.
Luca Ragnelli.
Evan Christ.
Alpino Benini Ranieri.
Thomas Crooks.
Haley Madison Rapali.
Megan Cunningham.
Danielle Ryland.
Sarah D'Angelo.
Cade Riley.
Owen Dale.
Maxwell Rich.
That was
Congratulations. Thank you.
Cody Christopher Dedis.
Brendan Ridge.
Wow, what a distinguished young gentleman.
Jace William Riggio.
Will the next two rows please stand and come forward? Braden Michael Denson.
Sophia Romano.
Emily Nicole DiGiorno.
John Jeffrey Robert.
Cecilia June DeOrio.
Jacob Ryan Rogers.
Stefania DePrampro.
Alexa Rooney.
Morgan Grace Dokmanovich.
Anna Claire Rosemeyer.
Daniel Paul Donnellan.
Valerie Isabella Sager.
Colin Downing.
Matthew Scabaloni.
Tatum Dowd.
Allison Scarlett.
Keelan Levon Donovan.
Frederick Shine.
Luke Allen Duda.
Dylan Schmoody.
Michael Eugene Dujak.
Caitlin Schultz.
Anna Dush.
Natalie Rose Scott.
Emma Dizgowski.
Madeline Ray Salati.
Hey!
Alitris Eckert.
Tyler James Semathy.
Sean Eckert.
Aiden Sexton.
Caitlin Michael Ader.
David Shimonsky.
Olawatiosi N. Egbedi.
Aiden Shea.
Michael David Engelberg.
Harold Scheib.
Shia R.A. Epperson.
Claudia Schrager.
Megan E. Erfurt. There you go.
Will the next two rows please stand up and come forward?
I got it. Oh, great.
Does she know you?
I don't.
Cameron Taylor Evans.
They might not remember. Oh, I remember. Parents will know who you are. Oh, yes, parents.
Meredith Sherman.
Lauren Grace Ewing.
Max Schrager.
Christy Faber.
Pukar Shrestha.
Chris Fanny.
Delaney Serica.
Sadie Elizabeth Fedor.
Mark A. Sigafus.
Alexandros Christopher Fekos.
Sierra Seiler.
Dimitros Christopher Fekos.
Zachary Jonathan Simmons.
Isabel Lee Finnegan.
Corinne Alexandra Skovrenko.
Haley Elizabeth Flood.
Daniel Jacob Smith.
Annabelle Louise Franzman.
Gabrielle Smith.
Lily Francis Gaston.
Max Ryan Smith.
Cody Geddes.
Riley Smith.
Mark Gerard.
William Smith.
Dimitri George Geronimos.
And Jack will be running behind him. Yeah.
Alexandra Grace Snagaki.
Madeline Galarski.
Sarah Sodini.
Sarah Gilliland.
William George Sakira.
Tessa Glasser.
I think I'm next.
Yeah, you're in the next one.
Sandra Soltez.
Allison Rose Galinsky.
Brendan Sommer.
Sarah Marie Goldenberg.
Joelle Sprandel.
up next?
Will the next two rows rise and come forward?
I get my own kid.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. You probably hit the.
Are you first?
See who wins.
Daniel Alexander Stark.
Jaden Goodman.
Mackenzie Marie Stevenson.
Aiden Gorman.
Ella Stewart.
Amelia May Gorman.
Jacob Stiglich.
Alex Robert Green.
Kate Sullivan.
Abigail Elizabeth Griffith.
John Samansky.
Benjamin Bond Gunther.
Vincent Santos Taramina.
Thomas Halligan.
Madison Thiel.
Megan Marie Harry.
Joseph Anthony Timmons.
Brianna Harris.
Trey Testa.
Michael Harris.
There you go.
Good job, Trey.
Caleb Thompson.
John Richard Hatton.
Jaden Guthrie Teets.
That's my co-salutatorian.
Braden Hawkins.
Olivia Toomey.
Isabella Louise Heasley.
Jacob Michael Toth.
Marco Werner Haberstreit.
Caden J. Tovsamak.
Julie Cameron Hay.
Benjamin Tupper.
That's up.
Lucas Richard Helfrich.
Jana Ashley Turner.
You depend on him. It's gonna fall.
Willow Hernishin.
You tried.
They can hear. Like, if you're right next to the speaker, they can hear.
Isaiah James Turner Chase.
Tristan Hill.
Olivia Nicole Underwood.
Victoria Dawn Hoffman.
Descendants of Little House on the Prairie. Right, exactly.
Cut your autograph out the side.
Will the next two rows please stand up?
Gabrielle Holzer.
Imagine what last.
Riley Page Updegraff.
Isabel Marie Horgan.
Nicholas James Usowski.
Jack Ruby.
Brooke Elizabeth Veith.
Benjamin Hudson.
Katerina Velaceris.
Caitlin Hughes.
Zachary Vincent.
Anaya R. Hunter.
Frank Vishnikar.
Riley Hunter.
Troy Volpatti.
Jackson Ignace.
Ella Sophia Voskamp.
Evan David Eisenberg.
Camden Daniel Arthur Wade.
David Edward Jekyll.
Anna Nicole Wagley.
Maxwell James.
Dolan John Waldo.
Talon Dervius Jeffries.
Calvin Lee Walsh.
Denver Jones.
Madeline Christine Walters.
Emily Sarah Jones.
Aiden Farrell Watson.
Alexander James Jordan.
Anthony Watson Jr.
Julia Karras.
Dylan Wentz.
Emma Jean Karstensen.
Jacob White.
David Joshua Kessler.
Caitlin Wired.
Jack Kirchner.
Bring it home.
Yeah, buddy.
Weston Trey Konopka. Would the next two rows please stand up? Matthew Kopp. Theodore Kessid Wicker.
Matt, you can, that's when you say it.
Okay.
They already have it.
I was going to say. Okay.
Anastasia Veronica Williams.
Draven Kennedy.
Kira Williams.
Jaden Kasanovich.
Anthony Winters.
Sydney Michael Costco.
Gavin A. Wollmacher.
Kelton Kramer.
Christopher Worrell.
Victoria Krapp.
Abby Wright.
Matthew Kurtz.
Justin Rubel.
Tanya Jo Lahicki.
Artyom Sergeyevich Yanovich.
Peyton Edward Lancy.
Caleb Joseph Yeager.
Jacob David Lang.
Nathan Yoder.
Luke Russell Lawton. Okay.
Shelby Lynn Yanish.
Ariel Lehman.
Isabella Zalo.
Amelia Jean Lazaro.
Dominic Edward Zavola.
Dragon Jamal Isaac Lamaster.
Connor Zivic.
Anna C. Levis.
Jacob Robert Zoso.
Paige Madison Lewis.
I tried. It wasn't going to work. It didn't want to go on. You can get one afterwards.
Normally, long hair, you gotta pin it, yeah.
I pinned it the last time, and I didn't throw mine.
Joshua James Libel. Braden S. Lloyd. Theodore Gillis Lodge.
The lighting from the pictures at the awards. I thought you were the only one.
Matthew Lacido. Autumn Lee Lutton. Leonie Laricia Lynch. Leonu Lorenzo Lynch.
After today, I might want to be added to the chat. It's glad to know nothing changes for my school.
You don't have
For real, that's actually so. No, it literally probably is the same.
Would the last two rows please be seated? And now presenting the senior farewell, the senior class president, Theodore Kessid Wicker, who will be attending Purdue University in the fall.
Thank you, Mr. Villani. Good evening to the class of 2022 and the family and friends who are with us to celebrate. We have all worked so hard over the course of our 4 years to be here today. It is crazy to think that we have survived 720 days at BPHS. Now, here we are today. We all have our diplomas in our hands and we are ready to turn our tassels and toss our caps. But before we do that, it's important to recognize two things: our past and our future. Our past holds all our memories, the good and the bad memories, the learning experiences. In the past, we got through our rigorous classes, learned from some amazing educators, and made good friends along the way. I know that no matter how we felt about high school, there will always be something that we are going to be able to look back on and remember. Now stepping into our future. We all completed high school, so what's next? Whatever you may do after you graduate is an open world of opportunities. New doors are open that were once barricaded shut. For some, it is attending university, others trade school, military, etc. Whatever steps you decide to take in the future, be true to them and don't stop working until you think you are giving your all. And even then, continue working. As Walt Disney once said, whatever you do, do it well. There will be obstacles in our future. We should know that more than anyone. Thank you, COVID. But in our past, we did learn how to remain patient during obstacles such as the COVID pandemic, and I'm sure that we will be able to overcome whatever is thrown at us. Finally, I want to thank the families who supported all of us through our schooling and all the amazing educators who taught us these past years. I would also like to say a big thanks to each and every student in the class of 2022. I couldn't ask to be part of a better class. I can already tell that there will be much success among us. Congratulations, we did it.
Thank you, Kessid. As a final procedure for today's ceremony, I would like to invite Student Government President Victoria Hoffman to the lectern. Victoria will be attending the University of Delaware in the fall, and she will be leading the class of 2022 in the traditional turning of the tassel. Yes, she will.
At this time, would the class of 2022 please stand? The tradition of moving the tassel on graduation caps from the right side to the left side during the commencement ceremony signifies the recognition of earning a degree. If you ever forget which side your tassel goes on, remember that you wear it on the left side over your heart to remind you of your alma mater. As a symbol of graduation, please turn your tassels from the right side of your cap to the left side.
Get it loud, Victoria.
Congratulations, we did it. Toss your caps.
Thank you, Victoria. Thank you, class of 2022. At this time, I'd like to congratulate the class and invite the families to come to the field or in front of the high school for photos for this year's graduates. Thank you all for attending. Have a wonderful night. Great job, guys. Let's go. Clock. Almost.
What did you have a time to?
He was calling 8:30. I said, no way.
Hey, take the over.
Joe, good job. Very good, thank you. You want to use mine? Whatever, dude.
Congratulations, everyone. Nice job.
Well, I was covering my medal.